Oh, very sexual. Let's give it a start. Get their gloves on. What a delightful day. Meant to be taking a 1290 Super Duke out after this 3.0. I don't think they're going to let me, because it's absolutely binning it down. Welcome back. Look what I've got today. Oh, look at this miserable, miserable weather. Welcome along. Today I am on the KTM 790 Adventure. This is the road version because I am vertically challenged. I'm going to do a quick first impressions review and tell you what I think about it. And it's been about 35 to 40 degrees all week, like literally all week, and I booked a test ride and look at this. So first impressions, the seat feels quite hard, but not like, it's not uncomfortable, it's quite comfortable, and I reckon on a long journey it'll be completely fine. Oh, this weather is absolutely abysmal. I don't know whether you lot can see that as well, like, well, whether you can see at all. So I've taken the 790 road version out because I'm vertically challenged, but I think also it'd be, if I was going to buy something, it'd probably be this. How do I get this screen up? I don't know. Should have looked into that. Oh wow, look what I've just joined. So it looks like I'm going to be doing a filtering test as well. Let's duck out a few lanes, shall we? So, yeah, it's comfortable. Duck out another lane. It is, I'm quite, well, I'm very upright. I've got a very commanding view of the road, which I actually really like. Now, I know I'm only doing 40 odd on the motorway. The idea of this was to do a wind blast test. I am in the wind, like I can feel that I'm getting a bit of chest blast, but it's not too bad. I'm not going to do the standard stop, reel off a load of specs that most people would do, because I don't like, I mean, if you want specs, you can just, I mean, there's 1,000 videos out there of spec. This is almost a direct competitor for bikes like the Tiger 900, the 850 GS, what else? I suppose Africa Twin's probably in the big boy class now, even though it doesn't have the big boy power. I quite like it so far. It's like, it's about 95 horsepower, I think, like, which is why it's obviously a direct competitor for the others. Comparing it to the Tiger directly, like I think the Tiger's definitely got more in the way of wind protection, and I mean, you get more, if the bike feels bigger in a Tiger, let's put it that way. It feels like you have more bike around you. Filtering on it is absolutely fine. Like, this is really easy. This was a stupid idea, Sam. Oh, also, I think in the last video I uploaded, I said I really hate my Senna. You know, the Senna's, I've got the 30k, and it was meant to be their flagship model. What's this guy doing? So the 30k was meant to be Senna's flagship model, but it is utter dog poo, and that is me being nice about it. It is like, so today it's obviously raining quite a lot, but it's just died on me, like for no reason apart from, I mean, I know they're not waterproof, but it's a motorcycle intercom. They're meant to be like, this is meant to be water resistant, and it's just died straight away. Like literally, like I didn't even get to KTM before it died. I can't see, the inside of my visor's fogged up. Well, it's not fogged up, it's got rain on it. First sort of impressions riding it, it feels very like normal, as in like you don't feel, like you immediately feel at home on it, I think is the way to put it. Water! Ah! So yeah, you immediately feel at home on it. It's not a difficult bike to ride at all. It's just sort of, you sit on it, the clutch point, like biting point's easy, very light clutch. The brakes feel really good so far. I mean, I'm obviously aware I'm in soaking wet weather as well. This has got an up and down quickshifter as well, which I kind of just tested because I didn't know whether it did or not. Well, there is a bit of a clunk on it, but I mean it's a quite a decent sized V-twin. You're gonna get a bit of a jolt when you change gear. This guy's going really slowly. Oh my god, you are boring me. Right, I'm gonna nip past this guy. Woohoo! Yeah, she has got a lot of brunt. I think this is the nice thing about V-twins and parallel twins and everything. Actually, I don't know whether this is a parallel twin. I know all you're going to be getting is wind noise at the moment. Oh, these are quite nice little roads. Like, the handlebars are massively far apart. I don't know if you can see how wide my hands are. Back wheel slipped a little bit. It is really comfortable. Like, the seat is, like I said before, the seat is quite hard. It's quite a firm seat. But having said that, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not wishing the seat was softer. It's a standard KTM like bench seat, so there's no, like, you know, in the new S1000 XR you get that real, it's almost like one of those baby swings, whereas this is very much a bench seat. So it's still good. It's like a, I'm gonna move over. It'd be very easy for you to put a soft pannier system or something like that on the back of this bike, because it's so flat that you just got, there's no curves to have to deal with and whatever. You can also tell that we haven't had this kind of weather for a while because no one can drive. Now, something I've just noticed, I am in, what am I in? I'm in street ride mode, and the ABS is in road, traction control's on, but I mean, I'm in third, so it's probably not the best idea. The throttle is, I mean, in the lower gears it's very on and off, so it's not jolty per se, but it is a little bit on and off. Look at all this crap on the roads. Yeah, look, do you see there, it started like jud. Right. Quickshifter's quite good actually, I really like that. And that was first to second as well, didn't hit neutral, which was nice. The switch gear, I actually quite like. I mean, KTM, I prefer the Super Duke R's new switch gear because it's a bit less plasticky. This is obviously quite black, which is nice, but the old ones were like very grey and they just look so cheap. But having said that, they are backlit, which is fantastic. The one thing I do not like is if I turn the indicator on, you see you just get double arrows. It's not a problem, but it's nice to, there's enough screen space there. Talking about the screen, very bright, very clear. Let's go through, I mean, you can go through this. I mean, perfect time because I'm coming up to the traffic lights. So you've got ride modes, you can obviously change that. Yeah, street, rain, oh look, there's a rain mode. Throttle's closed. So we're in rain mode. I assume, like everything else, that will just duck the power. Motorcycle, what's in that? So you can turn all your heated grips, you can turn all your ABS off and everything. I don't think this has heated grips, which would be nice. The only thing I don't like with the KTMs is you seem to have to go through the screen for everything. Heated grips and things like that, there's not just a button, which is very like simple. You have to go through the screen for it, which is, it's not bad. It's just a bit of a, like, for me to turn on heated grips on mine, I literally press one button, and I know they're aftermarket, but even when they're not, the standard heated grips for the Yamaha was still a button on the control cluster. Everything else seems to have a button for heated grips, whereas KTM put it through the screen, which is a little annoying. I don't know how you put the screen up. I don't know whether you can. The first time I tried to get it into neutral, it didn't go into neutral. It was a bit of finding it. but then that time and every other time since, it's been fine. So what else have you got on the screen? You've got a nice temperature gauge, you've got the fuel gauge saying I'm at half tank. Yeah, so I'm in second gear, so it shouldn't be jumping. So it's fine when we're on a go. Quickshifter works perfectly well. Like, that is really nice, so smooth, and like you're not there's no hassle with it. Like, so some bikes I like to test it because, yeah, even though they're designed to be used sort of a bit more up the rev range, I like to see if they're good enough to use like that. Because for my mind, if you have to be at certain revs for it, what's the point? Don't pull out. Sounds quite beefy. I do like that. Having said, I mean, I know it's only 95 horsepower, but it's really, like, it's usable power. Like, I can sit here, I'm in fifth gear right now, doing 30 mile an hour, and it is a little bit chunky trying to pull off, but it's completely fine. This doesn't have the keyless ride, which I am quite thankful for. I think I took out the Super Adventure with the keyless ride, and I got to a petrol station. I think you get like 30 seconds or something like that between turning the bike off and opening the fuel cap. And I was sat there for about 5 minutes, turned the bike on and off, trying to get it to open the fuel tap, and it wouldn't. And then I started the bike to move to the next fuel station because there was a car behind me. Pulled over to the side of the forecourt and then turned it off, and it opened. And I was just like, that was a complete waste of time, and now I've got to go back round and queue again because the keyless ride fuel cap didn't work. I mean, the keyless ride itself seems to work, but yeah, I don't know, it's one of those things. KTMs they're fantastic bikes, but sometimes they've got so much tech on them. Go back this way. Yeah, I like that quickshifter a lot. It's really nice. Yeah, they don't, although they're Austrian and very close, they don't have the Germans' reliability. And the problem with that is when you've got all this technology on it, it's like cornering ABS and cornering traction control and keyless ride and all these sort of extra bits, you just then, there's more to go wrong. But I mean, it is nice to have all these extra little toys. You've got nice wide handlebars to give you a bit of leverage. It doesn't turn in incredibly well. Then again, it's a 21-inch front wheel, so it wouldn't. Wind protection, I'm quite well protected. Like, I think I am getting, my knees and everything are completely out the wind and everything. I need to be careful, there's a lot of standing water here. So yeah, my knees are completely protected, my legs are quite protected, my feet are obviously, if I go through a puddle, I can feel the water hit my feet, so they're not that protected, but then I don't think there are many bikes that you would be, apart from maybe a GS with a massive engine hanging out the side. Fuel-wise, I think it's a 20-litre tank, if I remember rightly. I mean, I know at the start of this I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to go through all the specs because you can do that anywhere, but look what I've ended up doing. I would happily own this bike. The only thing I'll change is these god-awful mirrors, because they are, let's be honest, that they just look horrendous. But there are some really nice aftermarket ones for KTM. As mirrors, they work really well. There's a lot of vision in them. There's no vibration or anything, so that's really nice. I'm sure there is a way you could adjust this screen, but I can't seem to work it out because I'm an absolute moron. What's it like for standing up? So I am vertically challenged, also known as about 5'9". I mean, I know this isn't the R version, so I wouldn't expect it to be completely designed for standing up and going off-road and everything. But I feel like I've got quite a long reach to the handlebars. Right, let's do it. Do two of them. Yeah, there's a lot of down low grunt. Yeah. I want to be careful because I know it's very wet at the moment. I'm blipping like I would on mine. Don't need to do that, it's got a blipper. It did feel, there was a little bit of squirming there on the braking, but it was... Should we try the brakes? This is coming into a corner, so... Oh, yeah! Yeah, brakes work. Yeah, the 21-inch front wheel does make it wobble a little bit. Like, but then it's relatively settled. You're not worried about, like, you don't feel like the bike's going to go from underneath you or anything like that. So saying I'm 5'9", I can get both feet down. They're not flat-footed, but they're down. Right, let's get away here. I think I'm going right at this next roundabout. So yeah, I think this is a very, very livable bike. It seems easy. It's very, there's nothing wildly exciting about it. But then saying that, it's no more exciting. Well, it's more exciting than my Tracer because it's got more power. It's got a better noise, and the exhaust does sound quite good. I'll give you that. And that quickshifter, oh, I think that's the highlight of the bike so far. Like, the quickshifter's just so easy, and like you can use it any point. That's definitely the highlight of the bike. Don't pull out. The other thing that's quite nice, yeah, you are in a very commanding road position at the moment, which is lovely. Like, I really like this. I'm up high. I've got, although there is quite a lot of wind protection, I'm not getting buffeted or anything. The only thing I'm a little bit uncertain about is the looks of it. Now, it is, it's got the weird fuel tanks down the bottom, but it means the centre of gravity is really low. As far as I can tell, there's no cruise control. No. If you did get this bike, you'd obviously have to spec up like the heated grips and everything. I'd be tempted, because this is giving me quite a bit of wind protection, but it's not a huge amount. When I do get up to speed, should we try a speed run? So third gear. I need to be careful because I can't see anything. Yeah, it's got plenty of grunt. You do not need any more power than that. There's so much grunt there. Now, sitting on the motorway in the pouring rain, I've got a bit of buffeting on my head. My legs and my torso are completely fine. I'm not getting anything at all. But then again, I think you could probably solve that by getting a bigger screen, or if it is possible to move that up at all, I don't know. The wettest test ride known to man. I don't want to lean too far because it's obviously so wet, but it is holding its position quite well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off because it is appalling weather. And I'm not having a nice time. Final thoughts on the bike then. Power and torque, it's got buckets of the stuff. It's obviously not a bike for like top end screaming, like really going for it, but the usable power is ridiculous. Oh, I don't know the size of the bike. It is fine though, it's like really easy to filter on. You can pull away, no problem at all. You can sort of move around in most gears. Yeah, fantastic. So the power is lovely, the power delivery is fantastic. It's really like grunty. If you want a bike that you could almost be lazy on it, because fourth gear and you just roll on and it just picks up. There's no like lag in that power at all. Seat comfort wise and ergonomics, like, I never thought I'd be saying ergonomics in a video of mine. But yeah, the comfort is really good. Like, I've been on the bike for what, like 45 minutes now, something along those lines. I know it's not a long journey, but like, I'm completely comfortable. My arms don't ache, my backside is comfortable, and like, I feel like I'm in a commanding position, which I really like. I feel confident in the bike as a everyday bike that you, I mean, if you get the R, you can obviously take it green laning as well, which would make it double the fun. The one thing that divides opinion is the looks, but then at the same, it's a little bit waspy like, but then at the same time, like most people, like once you get used to a look of a bike, it's fine. I don't know whether I'm going to get through here. Yeah, loads of space. And don't forget, I'm in rain mode. So, like, the power is dulled because I'm in rain mode, and it's still got buckets and stuff. The brakes are really good. It does dive under braking quite a bit, but then at the same time it's fine. So negatives are looks, depending on who you are, but I quite like it. You get used to it and it looks quite cool. It could do with a little bit more wind protection and it's a little bit juddery around town, but other than that, sublime bike. So yeah, anyway, hope you have enjoyed that. I'm going to drop this back at KTM Centre now. So thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, see what I mean about the waspy look. And then obviously the fuel tanks down the bottom there. These big black bits. But having said that, I think it still looks quite cool, doesn't it? There's the R version. So you can see it's a bit taller. It's got a bigger screen. And the off-road, it's got the... they've got the spoked wheels. And that was a standard exhaust as well. Quite surprising because it had a beefy noise about it. Yeah. Really like that.